Do not attempt to adjust your screen. Forbes DVD Live is taking over.
Granddaddy IU in the building.
Yes,
You still going by the Granddaddy IU?
Yeah.
Alright, because I think I seen on the thing it said Daddy IU.
Yeah,
Who the fuck is Daddy IU?
Nah, that was the director, man. He just called me Daddy IU. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He just whatever.
He didn't know that we will call you Daddy U for short.
Exactly.
He got it twisted.
He got it twisted.
How did that joint with Diamond D come about?
Actually, I think it was that my man DJ Stress from Connecticut hit me up. Was like, yo, Diamond D said he want to get you on a joint.
Wow.
And I was like, all right. What, nigga?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Diamond sent me the track. And I was like, yes.
It was that feel that
you know what I'm saying? It's like, I know every nigga, like P-Rock, I know all the niggas that do beats. I do beats myself, you know what I'm saying? Niggas don't even really know that, but like the only nigga that actually reached out to me to do some shit was Large Professor.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, and other than that, like I see all these niggas, and none of these niggas, yo, not even a 8-bar, nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So for Diamond, you know what I'm saying, to give me the whole
he
joint.
let you get off on
it. You know what I mean? Because I listened to the whole album and shit. Like, certain niggas got a verse. You know what I'm saying? You know,
that was a Granddaddy IU record.
Yeah, he let me just do my thing. And so that's what it
does
was.
Does it make you feel like, okay, I still serve a purpose in this game when you get those calls?
Oh yeah. I mean, like I see niggas in the street, they be like, yo,
legend, I love
all
you.
that shit. Yeah, alright, nigga. Send me one of them motherfucking bangers, nigga.
Yeah.
I can't get that, but you know, Diamond D, you know, he gave me the opportunity, and you know, I did my thing too.
I think that proved that whoever was doubting that your pen wasn't right or you probably was out of the game, that shut all that shit down. Because that shit is 2015. It's still boom bap. It's still hip hop, but it is no date on it.
Yeah.
But it is up to date.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The term old school, how you feel about that?
I think old school is in certain instances it could be used. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't want to hear Melly Mel on a premiere track. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Melly Mel.
I agree.
But I just don't. I mean, like, he's a legend, he's an icon, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I see him perform all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I always
give me the message.
Yeah, I always love it.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah.
I love that for what it is. But you know what I'm saying? Something new, I don't know about that. But I mean, I don't think they should be disrespected like the way in rock and roll. Them niggas is icons regardless. They sell out. They sell out wherever the fuck they go, and nobody don't be saying that nigga too old to do that shit.
And some of them are old as fuck.
Old as fuck, man. Them niggas got faceless, like 3-4 faceless and shit. You know what I'm saying? Looking like Bruce Jenner.
Yeah.
And all kind of
we talked about him earlier. Bruce Jenner turning into a woman and shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think I think that's Willie Lynch though. I think it's really that. The Willie Lynch, the young and the old. And us as people, we just hate to see us grow old. We get mad when motherfuckers start getting old.
We get mad when niggas get some new shit.
Yeah.
Niggas just hate.
Young Thug just said he won't buy a Jay-Z album because Jay-Z is too old.
That's some old ignorant ass shit. Meanwhile, Jay-Z will out-rap that nigga like...
And he said that. He said Jay-Z is a great lyricist, but I won't buy it because of my age.
What the fuck sense does that make? Like, who raised this motherfucker? I don't know. That's why I don't listen to none of that shit.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what...
I listen to none of that shit, my nigga. None of that shit. I fuck with J. Cole when I have the opportunity. Somebody's playing it.
Yeah.
I listen to it. You know what I mean? But other than that, like, if you got a song and your hook is the same word, like, 50 times, I'm not listening to that shit.
Yeah, two repetitions,
Can't do it.
When you was doing your first album, let them know what the name of your first album is.
Smooth Assassin.
Yeah, I better get that shit.
Yeah, go get that shit. You still can get it.
Yeah. I remember when I first saw This Is a Recording, I was like, yo, who the fuck is this? And shit. You was in the train station, right?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, who the fuck is this? And then when That was Video Music Box days. That's when you ran home to watch Video Music Box. Shout out to Ralph McDaniel. That's our father.
He did that video.
Wow, classic concepts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and
Vid Kid.
Lionel Martin. Yeah.
Lionel Martin.
Lionel Martin. Yeah.
So Ty used to only fuck with Lionel Martin, right?
Yeah.
I realized that.
Yeah.
And George, the other dude,
George Dubois.
Yeah, the photographer.
Yeah.
He kept it in house.
Shout out to them.
Yeah. When you was doing that album, what was your mind state like in hip hop? Was you fresh off the street? Was you like
fresh? Still on the motherfucking street, and like I was just meeting Cool G Rap and Kane, all them niggas. So you know what I'm saying? I like filling them niggas out. You know, it was like it was like it was a competition thing.
Because you was the first person non-Juice Crew on the label.
Yeah.
What was it like at first? Was it like, who is this nigga?
Yeah. Like you looking at me crazy and shit. Looking at what?
Yeah.
Fuck that. Nigga, you ain't cut my check.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when they start hearing the shit, like Cool G Rap was the first nigga that heard Nobody Moved. He was like, yo, I heard that shit, yo. You got some shit,
the greatest story raps ever.
So I mean, like certain niggas was cool, certain niggas I just didn't fuck. I still don't fuck with, but
I always wanted to ask you, was it a conflict with Kane over the name?
Later on, I found out, yeah.
Because the name is not the same, but anything.
Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Because he had but that was Biz because I was Daddy U at the time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then you had before your name you had Almighty, you had
Big or
Supreme, such and such or whatever was. I had the Grand Daddy U.
Okay.
So when I went to sign my contract at Burt Bedell's office, the whole was shit Granddaddy IU. And I'm like, yo, that ain't my shit.
Yeah, who the fuck is this?
Yeah. And they were like, nah, this is catchy, Dad. This is more catchy, you know. I said, nah, this ain't my shit. I said, well, we gotta take the contract back and we gotta redo it and that's gonna take another 3 weeks before you get your check. What? 3 weeks before I get my check, nigga, that money spent. Man, give me that motherfucking paper. I signed that shit and that's what it was, Granddaddy IU.
So you found out later on that he did have an issue with it?
Yeah.
From who? Who told you he had an issue?
Kane.
Oh, well, he told you yourself?
Yeah, because him and Biz had some type of fallout or whatever have you, and he thought that Biz was trying to
replace him with the name. In the relationship.
Some funny style shit with me with that. You know what I'm saying? But I had no knowledge of that shit whatsoever, and I didn't give a fuck about that. Like, don't bring me into that, man. I don't got nothing to do with y'all niggas bickering. You know what I'm saying?
You actually produced that album.
Yeah, me and my brother. Shout out to
KC is nasty.
Mr. K.
You didn't get none of the credit though.
None. None of the credit, half the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, to keep it 100, they took me to get my publishing deal. Right? And the shit, this back when it was just so simple. Ty walked into we was in Cali at the Reprise Warner Chapel shit. He looked at them, he said, yeah, give him 100. I'm like, what? I got my advance already. The nigga said, give me 100. He told him, and they were like, 100? Yeah, give him 100. I'm like, oh shit.
Word, like just like that?
Yeah, just like that. So I get back to Burt Bedell office. I'm like, yo, get my shit. Like, yeah, I got 50 for you. Fuck you mean you got 50 for me?
I just heard him say 100.
Yeah. He said, yo, Biz gets half off the top.
Wow.
Fuck you mean? Biz ain't do half the beat. Biz ain't do shit. Biz did one beat. That was the shit on Soul Touch. Soul Touch.
Yeah.
That's the shit he did. That one joint got 50 off the top. And I was like, oh shit. Now I gotta pay Mr. K, I gotta pay my lawyer, I gotta pay this, that, and the third. Like, wow, son.
So if you look back and you had to put it in terms, did Biz jerk you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cause he got half of anything I got, he got half off the top.
Because he put you on, does he deserve it, do you think?
Half?
Yeah.
And he didn't do shit?
Yeah.
Nah.
Because now people be like, yo, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have got no deal, so I deserve half.
If you walk me through this shit and you teach me what it is and you contribute to the shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, then that's one thing. But nigga, you just he had a deal lined up. He didn't have enough artists, so he's scrambling around at the last minute to find somebody, and I happened to be one of the motherfuckers who found me and Kid Capri with the last 2 artists that he signed. He had a 5 artist publishing deal, production deal, and me and Kid were the 2 last niggas, and he had studio time set up. Cool V was there, Doc was there. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brother bought all the fucking samples and whatever. That nigga ain't there. That nigga, he got that money. He there getting pussy, partying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We putting that work in. And when it's all said and done, now he there.
Give me mine. Yeah.
Mine, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how that went. So.
Yeah, that maybe he don't deserve. Maybe he didn't deserve that because nowadays dudes was like, I put you on, but I want everything now.
Yeah,
they want all your publishing. Yeah, they want everything now.
Yeah.
So when we come back, I want to talk about the fall of Cold Chillin because that is really big to me. It's dear to my heart. You know what I'm saying? Because I was there too. The fall of Cold Chillin. So, you got that record I sent you?
Yeah, I got it.
Let's get into that Against the Grain joint or whatever you got over there from him.
Yeah, we get that Against the Grain joint.
Alright, we're gonna get into that. You be right back for DVD Live. So you went in on Ebro.
I ain't even go in on him. I just said, fuck Ebro in the morning, I'll be asleep anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't listen to that shit, and you know what I'm saying? But basically, I fault that nigga because he was the program director when shit got fucked up. With all that, trap music and everything that was not New York shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna bring that shit in, that's cool. Have some of that shit, but don't just do away with the New York sound, period. Fuck you gonna do that? Like when you go to DC, Maryland, whatever, you gonna hear some go-go.
Yeah, definitely.
When you go to fucking the Bay Area, you gonna hear that hyphy, whatever that shit is. Like every
region got their sound.
If you go to Houston, you gonna hear Chop and Screw. You know what I'm saying? Like you come to New York, you hear all that shit.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is New York? Like, so who's in charge of that? It was this nigga.
So he's not the program director anymore.
But
think he did that on purpose to try to.
Yeah, because niggas was getting on his ass.
Yeah.
But still, the shit was already set in place. You know what I'm saying? Like it's there already.
What do you think about him as a reality person now? Like he's a host of a morning show now.
Fuck Ebro in the morning. I'll be sleeping anyway. I don't listen to that shit, my nigga.
He gonna respond to you.
That's cool.
Do you want to have dialogue with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ebro, you need to reach out to Granddaddy IU. If you know anything about hip hop, New York hip hop, and hip hop in general, this is the type of people that you need to have on your show, because if it wasn't for people like this man, you probably wouldn't even have a fucking job. And Rosenberg, you know better. You so-called hip hop.
I don't know.
Yeah.
My nigga, like I say, if you want to play all that other shit, that's cool, but don't just do away with the New York sound, man, because that's what the shit was birthed on. This is what all that other shit came from this. So how you gonna fuck what you doing?
He disrespected Sean Price before.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah.
He was saying some shit like nah, you niggas be in the studio with your blunts and everything, then you come here and give me some shit like some old go back and perfect your shit or some shit like you just some funny style shit. I heard it though.
What was your first reaction when you
what the fuck is this? Like, who does this nigga think he is, yo?
Yeah.
To say that shit. Like, yeah, you New York niggas go in the studio with all your mans and them, y'all smoking y'all blunts and you getting high and shit, and then you come out with your little shit and give it to me like I'm supposed to play that. What the fuck you think everybody else is doing? They in the studio getting high and making whatever the fuck they want to make.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
How do you stay out of the category of people trying to say, oh, he's old and bitter?
I don't mix up with none of them. You know what I'm saying? I don't business with nobody, man. I just do my thing. You know what I mean? And a couple of niggas might say that. They might say that right now just because I'm saying what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I'm speaking the facts. Like, yo, like anywhere you go, any other region, they got they specific sound, and you hear that whenever you go there. But when you come to New York, what do you hear? You hear everybody else's sound besides New York.
Now you know it's a lot of people who agree with you.
Yeah.
Why don't they speak up?
Because they trying to get played. Because they making that same fucking sound.
Yeah.
Like New York niggas is trying to sound like that. And you know, in a way, you can't fault a nigga because if you listen to the radio and that's all you hear, and you want to get on the radio, you have to make some shit that sound like that.
Yeah.
But if you don't give a fuck about being on the radio, you make what you want to make, and then somehow that shit just might end up on the radio. And then
what happened to the people controlling the radio? Now it seems like the radio controls the people. When did it change?
Man, it always been like that. I mean, it really, and that me, unless when they had, remember back in the days, like Make It or Break It.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they don't have that now.
You have Future Flavors.
Yeah, but when they give you that, it's choose from this trap record or that trap record. So
even the old school at noon only goes back for so long.
Yeah, right? That's it. I think 10 years or some shit like that. Maybe 3 years, some bullshit like. Before they
like Biggie would be old school now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you say old school, you said Melly Mel, which is old school.
Yeah.
Which is one of the greatest rappers ever.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
Beat Street, I think Beat Street was better than The Message.
Nah.
The Beat Street, listen to the Beat Street rhymes though.
Nah.
Finally the bomb, get to last
colors. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, that's opinion.
So you did 2 albums on Cold Chillin.
Yeah.
One was Cold Chillin Warner.
Yeah.
The next one was Cold Chillin Epic Street.
Yeah.
What happened after that?
What happened? Cold Chillin folded.
How many album deals did you sign for? 4. That was a little bit back then, shit.
Yeah, 4.
They was signing niggas at like 10 back in the day. So, all right, educate us. When a label folds, do you technically still owe them?
Nah, they folded. But I didn't know that.
Okay.
So I could have been shopping me a deal, but you know what I'm saying? I'm still thinking I'm obligated, you know what I'm saying? And we all was still cool, so we all was actually going to that. They moved, they downsized to another office and shit. You like, hold up. Damn, how the fuck you go from this penthouse shit
to a cubicle?
Yeah, this shit here ain't shit.
Yeah.
Word, but we wasn't, you know, we didn't think like that. But like, I would go to the studio and they would kick me out the studio like, yo, in the middle of a session, like, you know, your label owes us a lot of money and you can't finish this session.
What
like,
studio was you going to at the time?
Chung King, Quad.
The old Chung King that was down here.
Yeah, Unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all that and shit. But yeah, so they like, the label owe you money. Fuck kind of shit.
That has to do with me here.
Yeah, but they was paying for the time, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't understand that the niggas was in a fucked up position. I did not realize they lost their distribution deal.
I knew it was a big controversy behind the G-Rap album. The Wanted Dead or Alive album, right?
Yeah.
That because he had some cop killing shit on there.
Yeah, so that's what after Ice-T.
Ice-T did Cop Killer.
Yeah.
So Cold Chillin did that album strictly independent. So cool.
Nah.
Yeah, he had put that shit out themselves. I don't think Warner had nothing to do with that shit.
Yeah, that still was Warner.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what the last shit.
With Warner.
Yeah.
So when you go to Epic, I remember Epic. I remember even OJ got the job at Epic.
Yeah.
Shout out to OJ bald ass head.
Yeah.
You went over to Epic. You did the Lead Pipe album. Represent was dope.
Yeah.
Eric Sermon ended up using How High sample, the ballad for Joe Louis, the Crusaders.
When I seen that name one day at some BET event, he was like, "Yo, that's a dope sample, yo." Next thing I know,
He banged you for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Crusaders, right?
Yeah.
Ballad for Joe Louis.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know my music and shit. When was it over? When did you say, this shit over? I don't got no record deal no more.
It was over when motherfuckers was kicking me out the studio. Word, like back then, like right now, everybody got a studio in their crib.
Yeah. But back then you had to
go to a studio. You know what I'm saying?
$200 an hour studio.
Yeah, so you can't make no music.
Yeah,
it's over for you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Why I can't? Then they came out like, yo, man, fuck that.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
But did you ever get a phone call saying?
Nah, never no phone call, never no letter.
Release or nothing?
No, none of that shit.
To this day?
To this day. To this day.
So when you see Ty now, Fly Ty, what the hell do y'all talk about?
Oh shit.
But he never say what happened, like.
Nah, he never said what exactly happened. Just like, yo, shit's fucked up, my nigga. What you gonna do? But then he took me to he took me to Kedar.
Okay.
And the shit one more time I had some music and shit. So he took me there and the nigga was gonna sign me. He did the same shit like we did at one. He like he said 350, give me 350. He like, yeah. So he went to the lawyer office right there in the same building, but started to draw the papers up. Next thing I know, the shit fell through.
Is this around the time Kedar had D'Angelo? Or before that, right?
I don't know who the fuck he had.
Because Kedar had D'Angelo and Erykah Badu.
And kind of find out, it was like, nigga, you wild as a motherfucker. And then nigga Ty was like, yeah, but I'm the only nigga that can control him. So throw a little extra 100 in there and I'll make sure.
Yeah.
Shit ain't gonna do, but
Cause I remember Ty was the man. Ty would go places and motherfuckers would bow at his feet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
a lot of people don't know about Ty.
It make me mad, like when I look at Russell and all these other motherfuckers. Yeah,
RJ Harrell, Russell. Ty was right there with all of them.
She was right the fuck there with all them niggas. Like Cold Chillin at one point was like the biggest shit, like the biggest, like Def Jam and Cold Chillin was like the shit.
And he had, my favorite rapper of all time, Big Daddy Kane. He had G-Rap and Shante and all that. All right, let me ask you this tough question because I was there. When you was coming up with Big Mama, good or bad move for you? Looking back now.
Looking back, it's neither here nor there. I mean, me and Lyte previously was cool.
Okay.
That friendship, you know what I'm saying?
It was out of here,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? She was like, nah, no, my brother.
Yeah.
Can't fuck with you, you the enemy now. All right, whatever. I mean, she never cut me no check. You know what I'm saying? She was cool, but I mean, other than that, I mean, me and Treach, we got into it, you know what I'm saying? Me and Treach is cool now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? A lot of niggas say, they blackballed you because a lot of shit didn't pan out for me.
Tupac was actually there when you and Treach got into it, right?
Yeah, the first time. Yeah, he was there. I seen him, me and him had two different runners, whatever they want to call it, but nobody never hit me, never, you know what I mean? Like, but I mean, Ty cut me a check.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Ty cut me a check, so he said, listen, I want you to write this record. He wrote down the list of names. I want you to diss these people.
Tap all of them. DoggyDiamondsTV.com